wasn't eaten in days.
Hi. Well, not gonna beat around the bush. This is not my first time with Scarlet Witch. That sounds a little weird. This is not my first time making this video. I've actually done this entire video before, and I mentioned this in like my little story and stuff, and my entire audio corrupted because of this stupid thing, which I'm not gonna be using anymore, except for these kind of things, because honestly it picks up the audio pretty well. But I think when I'm gonna do reviews, I ain't gonna use this thing, because this thing kind of, if it's gonna do that, then I'm not doing that. But this ain't the first time I've done this video. I am very, very tired, and I want to go back to bed, but I had to get this video out and uploaded before Monday, so here we are. And I'm still excited. This is a pretty cool figure, so I wouldn't mind doing her again. I don't know, Scarlet Witch, I mean, I wouldn't. We're going to be taking a look at the Scarlet Witch. You can see that I've already kind of, I didn't waste no time after I done that review. But yeah, I'm still excited. She does look cool. I can't wait to get into her. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you guys the very damaged package. Definitely not what it came with. No unboxing, because, you know, I already done that already. And there was, yeah. Anyways, we're going to be looking at some packaging, and then we're going to take a look at the figure, and then we're going to call it a night, because I am tired. But I hope you still like this video. Alrighty, friends, let's show you some good stuff. So here is the packaging. Now, the packaging is not the greatest. Anyways, it's got Scarlet Witch on it. What if? It's got some images of Scarlet Witch, plus the Watcher right there, which is cool. Watcher's eye. Also some other figures that build Khonshu from the Moon Knight series, which you get Agent Jimmy Woo, Classic Loki, Scarlet Witch, He Who Remains, Howard the Duck, and Red Skull. The only ones I'm wanting to get are Howard the Duck and Red Skull, because they're part of the What If line. I already have He Who Remains, but he's not really one that I wanted. I just need the head so I can customize it to put on my King the Conqueror. And as for the other two, I don't have a desire to get those, so especially Jimmy Woo, because what the hell am I going to do with him? Anyways, on the back, it kind of shows you what you get and stuff, and that's pretty much it. The inner packaging was kind of shit, as you expect. You know, it's just like, it was just cardboard with the bag style kind of covering it, so yeah, that's pretty much that. But that is pretty much the entire box. But now we have the figure here, which we'll keep her to the side, and we'll take a look at her beautiful accessories. I'm lying, these accessories are kind of shit. Starting off with Khonshu's leg. It's a leg. It's a leg. I will say, it is nicely sculpted. And that is pretty much the only thing I could say. I guess I could talk about posability. It's got a double bend at the knee, plus the broken everything. Got a pivot, and it's got some up and down, but that's pretty much all I can really say. I do not have a desire to get Khonshu. As cool as Moon Knight is, I don't really want him. But if I ever got him, it'd be really cool. I just don't have a spot for him. I mean, I guess I can get him, but I just wouldn't get Khonshu to go with him, unless I really wanted, unless I really, you know, felt the need to. But I have his leg, so I guess that's a cool thing. The sculpting is really good. I will admit, the sculpting is very, very nice, very nicely wrapped and stuff like that. But the paint job is just very shit. The paint job is just shit. The speckling, you know, of dirt that's just randomly there looks odd. Looks more like cougar stripes, which is just weird. But, you know, you get some decent sculpting, but that's it. It's just this kind of, what would you call this? It's not like a tan. It's very, almost a dirty white. You know, a used white. That's kind of the only thing I can think of. with some speckling of brown just right there. Hopefully it's kind of in focus, but you know, it's just white with speckling of brown, but it's not badly sculpted, so I mean, I guess that's a plus. But yeah, you get her leg, and you also get some effect pieces for her arms, and they're these kind of almost red, but they're really leaning on like a magenta, almost like a strawberry jam type of color. And you put these on her arms, and you just wrap her around her arms, and it looks like she's using her effect pieces. But yeah, they're pretty cool looking. I actually really do like that. So now we're going to take a look at the zombie Scarlet Witch herself. Now, I'm going to try and remember everything I said about the figure, which honestly, I don't think I need to remember, because she is a really cool figure. I do like the way she looks, but she does have some problems. As you just saw, she has a big standing up problem, and that's because she has these little legs with the heel on them, but also her leg is a little crooked. I don't know if you can kind of notice that, but this leg is pretty much straight down, and this leg is curved a little bit, and that's not fun. But I'm pretty sure just heating that up and putting it in place will be fine. But that also leads to another complaint I have about the joints. They're so gummy. Like, this is not supposed to be gummy like, you know, this feels like, look at that. It's so like rubbery. And if I try to move this arm is probably the worst. This arm could pretty much go in and out and it's no problem. This arm though, that's pretty much as far as it goes. And if I want to go any further, it's just like the entire arm just feels so gross. Like, this whole part here just feels disgusting because it's so gummy feeling. The joints are not the hard plastic like they used to be. One of the things that I brought up the last time, which like was last recording session, is this guy. This guy is from the Hasbro 2006 Superhero Squad tie-in, I guess you can call it. This is some G.I. Joe from Snake Eyes. And even he had some very, very hard plastic pieces. And he doesn't feel like he's gummy. He just feels like he's made of really good plastic. You know, his joints don't feel like they're going to rip off, you know, in the heat. So he feels nice. He feels nice to play around with. Unlike her, which she just feels like a gummy bear. And that's my biggest complaint about her. But yeah, I know I'm going into this very negatively, but I just decided to bring that up since, you know, she fell on me. And so getting all the negative stuff out of the way before I get into the stuff that I really like. Some other stuff I don't really care for. The coat plus the arms are not exactly the same color. If you kind of take a look at the coat, it's like a very nice matte red, which is alright. I mean, I would have preferred like the glossy dark red, but you know, whatever. Even the packaging kind of makes it look like it's dark red, but maybe in the show it looks different, but I'll probably have a picture up of what she looks like in the show. But yeah, it's not bad. I really like the sculpting though. The sculpting is probably the best part. I love the wrinkling kind of right into the waist area. I do like the collar parts here, and I love the tearing of it. It looks really, really cool. Just the paint job is just weird. I don't like the weird matte, almost dead red. It just doesn't look lively. And then you compare that to her arm sleeves, which her arm sleeves just look kind of the same color, but a little glossier, which is just odd to me. And, you know, maybe there was supposed to be some blood there. I don't know, but it just looks weird. And then you have these ugly elbow pieces here, because these are like the glossiest on the figure for both sides. This side matches, you know, just a little bit, but you get to there and it just looks odd. So it's not consistent with each other. Another thing that I don't care for is another paint job, which it's the hands. So the hands, you know, you got the hands here, and you can see that this middle part where the skin's supposed to be, this is not bad, but when you compare it to this hand, god, this is horrible looking. What do they do? It's like they had two different people try to make the hands. But yeah, that's my kind of big complaints. My other complaint is the legs. I already discussed the legs, but taking a look at these little ripped parts here, these aren't even sculpted. Unlike the actual sleeves, which are very nicely sculpted, and I do appreciate that, they just painted on the skin. There's no detailing, there's no nothing. It just looks like she accidentally, you know, you touched her with paint on your hands, and it just looks weird without the sculpting. So what the hell? I mean, I'm pretty sure these are reused legs too, so they just didn't want to make a new sculpt, which it's dumb. You know, if you're gonna make a new figure, I'd say go all out. You know what I mean? But yeah, she's pretty cool. I do like this. I think it was a corset. I think that's what it's called. It looks really nice. I do like the way it looks. The sculpting is very nice. Don't care too much for the glossiness of it, but it is very nicely sculpted. I do like the skin tone. Very dead looking. She's got some scratches on her neck. Nice little necklace too. And she's got a very nice head sculpt. Like, the head sculpt is very nice. I love the way the head sculpt looks. I'd say maybe a little bit more darkage around the eyes. But it does look very nice. And in like certain lighting, the eyes look like they glow, which is really cool. And then you have the crazy hair, which is like the best feature about her. She's got this wild, crazy hair, which is very nicely sculpted and painted too. So that's just insane to me on how good they did that. But yeah, she has pretty much a lot of flaws that I don't really care for. But she's a good looking figure nonetheless. I mean, she's really nice looking, and that's how Marvel Legends is. They do have really nice looking figures, but they just don't hit, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's case in point. But she's not bad. I don't really blame her for it. She's just very, I mean, I guess she's a very tough figure to do, especially with that crazy hair. I do wish they gave us a little more accessories, because I would have loved to have, you know, the kind of hair down version of Scarlet Witch too, in case I didn't want this full head of hair just going everywhere. But I wish they gave us two different head sculpts, but I guess that's a lot for Hasbro to do. What are we, Bandai now? Can't even have extra accessories. But yeah, I do like the detailing at the shoulder, and I do like this part right here, which exposes the bone on her arm, which is really cool. Plus, you got some rips there, and that's pretty much it. And I love all of this. This is just magnificent. I love all of that. But I mean, she's a really nice figure, but you know, she just has these flaws that just don't make her really fun to handle and pose around. But she is still fun. I really do like her still. I'm not gonna hold that against her. But moving on to kind of posability, she does have a rotation at the head. She does have some down and up. I don't know why I said it like that. It just sounds weird when you reverse them. But you know, she's got some nice range of motion right here, which is nice. This shoulder is extremely tight, so I'm not going to be doing that arm. We're going to be doing this arm. So her arm is supposed to go out this far, which is very nice. She's got a swivel at the bicep. She's got a double bend at the elbow, which is, you know, very nice. She's got two different types of joints in her arms. So she's got the swivel, of course, which is on both of them. But for this one, it goes... let me see if I can find the joint. Yeah, this one goes kind of like this, I guess. I don't know how you would do that. But yeah, that's basically how that pretty much turns. But this one goes in and out instead of side to side. That's better. So this one goes in and out, and this one goes side to side. So it kind of gives you a little bit more, you know, posability options, because you know, you have this here, and then you can have this arm doing whatever, something like that. I don't know, you can make it work, see how it, you know, everything works out, I guess. But it's very odd They do that with a lot of Scarlet Witch figures. I don't know if they do that with anybody else. They just have one arm that goes side to side, and the other one goes in and out, which is just odd. She has no waist swivel, but she does have a chest swivel, I guess, which is pretty nice. You know, it does kind of break the sculpt a little bit because, you know, it's supposed to line up and then you just kind of turn it and it just looks weird. But, you know, you can easily block that out of your brain. She can spread about that far, which is not too far, mainly because the coat's in the way. She also does have a swivel at the thighs here. Her leg can go out about that far, which is pretty far, and she can go back about that far, but that ass is in the way, which is very nicely sculpted, I guess. She does have a double bend at the knee, which is very nice. I like how they do that. It just feels very odd. I just don't like the way that feels. It just doesn't feel right. Again, it's gummy and it just feels odd. But she has them up and down at the foot, and of course she has the pivot as well. So posability is pretty standard on her. Getting her to stand, though, is very, very difficult to do because of the weird ass joints and also just the fact that the hair is just enormous on her. So you really gotta balance her out and you know, find what her sweet spot to you know, find a good pose for her. But once you do, it's not bad. You know, she can stand pretty well, but I would recommend getting a stand for her. Bit of a size comparison. Here she is next to the John Berthenol Punisher, which he was in The Walking Dead, so he has some pretty good idea on how to deal with zombies, I guess. And here she is next to the Part 7 Jason Voorhees by NECA Figures, which he definitely does tower over her. Our previously reviewed figure, the Dark Lord from Doom Eternal Ancient Gods Part 2 statue. It's pretty cool. He's huge. And it wouldn't be complete without seeing the other two zombies next to her. And I will say, this is really cool to see. I absolutely love these three zombies. I think, you know, the zombie episode was good. My expectations were a little higher than that. But it was decent. But I think if you were going to make some zombies, definitely these three were, like, destined to be zombies because these guys are just, like, you know, they're awesome. And, you know, I think that they made the right choice making these three. I hope they make more in the future. I really would love a zombie Thanos to go along with them because that just seems so badass. I would absolutely love to see zombie Thanos. He just looks like he's so unstoppable looking, and I would love to have that. But we do have the rest of these guys here. You know, all three of them look really good together, and yeah, I cannot wait to have them on display. They definitely do need the Captain America treatment. I need to customize them, especially Scarlet Witch. I would love to make all of her, yeah, her suit and maybe even sculpt in her leg, since, you know, Hasbro won't do it. I'll have to do it myself. And I got to do Iron Man as well. So yeah, I cannot wait to actually do these guys, and you know, I can't wait to do Scarlet Witch too. I'm sorry, that was the last one. But yeah, all three of these guys look fantastic. So, what are my initial thoughts on this figure? She's good. Like, she looks actually really, really good. I could not have, you know, expected her to look this awesome. And, you know, she's really neat. I really do like the way she looks. But she does have a lot of flaws to her. But she still looks awesome even with those flaws. And I really, you know, I can't knock it against her, really. But she's just awesome looking. I really do like her sculpting. And, you know, there's some paint apps that are actually pretty decent. But, you know, the posability is there, but it just is hindered by these stupid, you know, disgusting gummy bear joints. And, you know, the paint job isn't even that great. And the sculpting on the legs could have been so much better. But, you know, other than that, I mean, I can easily fix those myself. But, I wish they were kind of, done for you, since you're actually getting the figure. But leaving that, up for you guys and what you guys really think about it. For me personally, this is a pretty decent figure. I'm giving her a 3.1. She's not the best at the painting. Sculpting, I mean, I guess is pretty decent. Accuracy is pretty good. For quality, though, it's pretty much not there that much. But overall, I think the 3.1 is a pretty good spot for her. But let me know what you guys think. If you guys have this figure on hand, are you going to be getting her? Do you have the other figures that you're really wanting to put her against? Because honestly, I think she looks awesome next to the Captain America and the Iron Man. And I just think they're going to look awesome into your display. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching this one. I really hope this was still entertaining to watch, but it's been fun still. I really do like talking about her. She's also one of my favorite Marvel characters from the MCU. I love Scarlet Witch. I love Elizabeth Olsen. She does an awesome job at portraying the character, and she's awesome. I really like, and if this was a boring figure, I'd probably gripe a little more, but it's Scarlet Witch. I mean, I can't really be upset with reviewing a Scarlet Witch figure. She's awesome. But that's pretty much gonna be it with this video. I hope you guys did enjoy this one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll see you guys in the next one. Alright, now that that's done, come on, buddy. He's a fish. He goes in water. You get it? He's a fish. We're going to be reviewing Aquaman next time.